It's not a sexy business. Like, I own a cleaning business. What do you do for a living? I own a cleaning business. It sounds corny. It sounds like, But when
it sounds pretty cool to me.
Really?
You know what I mean? A cleaning business? Yeah, because I
never met a cool cleaning business owner.
Huh?
I never met a cool cleaning business owner.
You guys are cool.
Well, outside of us, I guess.
So when I heard you have a cleaning business, in my head, I thought, oh, wow, he got a bunch of people cleaning office buildings and all that.
Yeah.
Because she's pregnant. She ain't about to clean that. You feel me? I was like, dang, that's kind of lit. And how much time do y'all put into the business?
Oh, that's like our number one question. So right now we have virtual assistants, so we don't got to do much of it. I want to say every week, maybe a total of like an hour and a half.
Per week?
Per week, yeah. It's not, we go on, we make sure the cards are on hold. We charge the cards. Our contractors speak with our virtual assistants. They really don't need to reach out to us anymore.
So the virtual assistant is kind of like the manager of the business?
They're taking on a lot right now, yeah. But we are in the process of putting an operations manager in our place.
Most of it is customer service.
Yeah.
How much is your cleaning? Can I get this refund? Can I do that? It's not anything that you need to speak to the owners about, really.
That is so cool.
Unless there's something that they really have no idea how to do, like, or what to say, they'll put in the chat, like, hey, what do you guys think about this? We'll give them a response, but it's all customer service.
Yo, you know what you did? You all had a vision and then put the vision together, and now the vision pays itself.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You don't really have to do anything. And like you said, I think you said you're about to hire someone to replace y'all.
Yeah. We're going to take our operations manager from our virtual assistant business and move her to the cleaning business, and then have someone from the virtual assistant business take her spot.
Listen, coaches, consultants, course creators, the number one way to attract clients is through Facebook and Instagram ads, okay? Here's the thing. You don't have time to go through 100 videos, buy 100 courses, and try to figure this stuff out. My brother, Marquel Russell, put together the paid ad playbook. He gave me permission to give it to you for free, okay? In the paid ad playbook, first off, the paid ad playbook has generated over $500 million in client revenue. And all of these people are getting 50 to 100 leads every single day that actually convert. And it's not a book, it's just a checklist, all right? But it is the paid ad playbook, all right? But go to socialproofgift.com. Hurry up and get it for free. Socialproofgift.com or text proof to 904-447-5274. And there's going to be a bonus video in there that allows you to get a customized strategy for your own personal situation, all right? And that's just a bonus on top of a free gift. But go to socialproofgift.com or text proof to 904-447-5274. All right, let's get into the episode. All right, welcome to another edition of the Social Proof Podcast, where we find dope people to do dope stuff. Normally as one dope person, but we got two. We got double trouble right now. Okay? So I'm really excited about this conversation because you guys started a business that I think every entrepreneur has at least thought about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've either thought about starting it or you thought about hiring somebody who thought about it and did it, right? So the cleaning business.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
It's been profitable?
Very.
Very? Okay, very. Okay, so before we get into it, to this past year that just passed, what was like your revenue in the cleaning business?
So we did 440,000.
440,000.
Yeah.
How many houses do y'all clean?
Zero.
Probably not even your own.
We do not clean our own house. That was the first house we started with not cleaning.
Really? 440,000, not cleaning, not touching a broom. I need to know how this happened. Okay, because me and Joby want to start everything. Right? We're gonna start a business show. Okay, so you all, I guess, you guys that are Hartzogs, but introduce yourselves individually because you guys are individuals.
Yes. So my name is Jhanilka.
I'm Anthony.
Yeah, we are from Brooklyn, New York, and we live in Dallas, Texas now for the past 5.5 years. And that's who we are.
Married, how long?
Okay,
We got a dog.
Married for 5.5 years.
Normally it's the woman like, and how long we been married? You know what I mean? Like, he's like, come on, let it be known.
Married for 5.5 years. We have a dog. We are expecting a baby coming up in the next, 7 weeks?
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. So that is a little bit about us. I am a mental health therapist, so I'm licensed in Texas and in New York. And
I was a director at an IT firm, recently resigned from my job to go all in on our business and our family and our life. And I'm going to be a stay-at-home dad.
Yes.
Living the dream. All right, so how did this business start? How did we begin?
Yeah, that's always a good question.
All of our businesses start with him. So
I was literally, we were trying to pay off debt, and we was focused on raising our income. And we had $114,000 of debt. And we was like, how do we pay off this debt? And we were trying to find ways to make more money.
Hold on, where was the $114,000 from?
Mainly my private student loan.
So she had about $60,000.
$68,000 in that. Car.
And your goal was to pay that off?
That wasn't my goal.
I was about to say,
that was my goal.
I still owe like 20-something. I'm like, I just pay my couple $100 a month. You know?
That was my goal.
Should I pay this off?
I mean, why not? What you waiting on?
It's low interest.
I don't.
Wait for Biden to pay it off for you.
I'm hoping that Biden's like, it'll be just my luck. I'll pay it off, and then Biden's like, everybody's forgiven. I'm like, all right, now I'm at $20-something thousand.
People been waiting years for that.
We've been waiting years. For sure. I'm waiting it out, baby. Okay, so you had 60-something in debt.
I had $60,000 in student loans. We had a car for him.
Yeah.
When we moved down to Dallas, he had got an Infiniti. And then
I had my student loans.
Your student loans and then some
like $28,000.
So it was a total of $114,000.
Yep.
That we paid off in 23 months.
So the goal was to pay that off, and we were focused on raising our income. So I came across a podcast story about a kid who started a cleaning business in college using it to pay off his debt. I was like, we're out of college. I'm smarter than a kid from college, and we can figure this out. So I literally hit him up on Facebook, and he was like, yeah, I do this. I outsource the work. And I said, okay, got it. And I brought it to Jhanilka, and she was like, nah, we're not doing that.
You didn't want to do it?
No.
Hold on, what were you guys doing before that? You did therapy?
I did therapy. Yeah.
Like in schools?
No, I work from home. So I work with a managed care insurance company, and then I also do one-on-one.
Do you still do it?
Yes, I still
y'all
work.
double dipping in the bread. Entrepreneurship and a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have my 9 to 5.
Wow. You have 2 9-to-5s.
Yes.
She has 2, and I only had one 9-to-5.
What?
Yeah.
I have 2 9-to-5s.
Because I work with a managed care company, and then I also work with a company that does therapy online. So it's a full-time type of thing on both sides.
You like it?
Yeah. It's draining, though. It's draining.
Are you going to leave?
Eventually, yes.
It's. I guess it's so sweet right now, though.
Yeah. I've been doing it for a while, and but it just becomes draining. I mean, giving my all to other people when they're giving me their problems when I have, and during the pandemic, it just boomed even more. So it's a lot.
My wife actually just quit her job maybe 6 months ago.
Oh, nice.
Congrats to her.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, but it was like, but she didn't like it, right?
Yeah,
so
okay.
I gotta, for one, you could do what you want to do, you know what I mean? And she wanted her independence, right? She don't want to be like, she don't rely on no man.
Yeah.
That's
but
important.
then you complain to me every day about the job. I'm like, y'all gotta work there, right? And she's like, no, but I wanna, and then she's super happy now because she's like full-time mom. But what keeps you on the job?
One, I like it, but 2, the stability of the guaranteed check. I say guaranteed because I know I can be laid off anytime.
Yeah.
But yeah, that fear of what happens if A, B, and C doesn't work, or But we've been showing ourselves that it works for the past 3-4 years, so I really have no excuse.
Yeah.
But yeah. And
there's probably that, and it's just my experience dealing with a lot of entrepreneurs, that however much they pay you, it's actually costing you money.
Right. Yeah. And that's the reason why we went ahead and retired him. Because we were like...
So y'all were building it together and both of y'all had a job at the same time?
Correct.
Oh, that's a cool story. Okay, what were you doing?
I was a director at an IT firm. So I was working there for nine years, right out of college. And I was the youngest manager and then became the youngest director there.
That's why we moved to Dallas.
When we moved to Dallas, I was managing 35 people on a daily basis at an IT firm.
How much were you making?
$125,000.
$125,000.
Yeah. It was hard.
I bet.
It was hard. It was
See,
hard.
I tell people all the time that it was easy for me. Y'all making $30,000 at the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get 30 anyway. I'm out of here.
I'm not.
But I thank God that I wasn't making $100 and something thousand because I might not have left.
Yeah. It was hard, man. We prayed about it. We spoke about it to multiple people. And it was just like, I think it's time to do it.
Okay. So how long were you both managing the business, both having a job before you quit?
4 years.
Just quit December 18, 2020.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're running this business.
Mm-hmm.
You're running this business. Both y'all have a job for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
First year, how much did we make?
70,000.
Mm-hmm. 70,000.
And that first year, everyone talks about they want to make that $100,000, that $10,000 a month goal, and we just kept pushing for it. We didn't hit it.
Well, it also was our first business.
Yeah.
So we were just vibes for a while.
We didn't know what we was doing.
Just vibes.
No, realistically, it was our first business. So we really didn't know what we were doing. We weren't like striving for certain goals that you hear so much now, like the 100,000, 10K a month. We just were like trying to maintain a business. We really didn't know much. We were like just getting into SEO, didn't have an accountant, all those type of things that now when we set up a business, we'll have right away. But it was our first business, so we were just going with it.
But there was no pressure too, because we both had jobs.
Yeah.
And they were like, it wasn't really a thing. It was like, all right, let's see how this thing goes.
Right. And we were paying off debt, all within that
first year.
that whole thing.
And what was the strategy? Was it our jobs pay off the debt or this business profits pay off the debt?
We started it with the thought that the business profits would pay off the debt.
Right.
But we had so many other side hustles that we didn't end up touching the business profits until about 2 years into the business.
What are other side hustles?
We were working at Equinox, the gym Equinox. We both were working there at like $9 an hour.
Yeah.
But after,
What?
on top of our 9 to 5, we were working there.
Is your job? How much your job pay you?
My job, 85.
So you make 80-something thousand. You make $100-something thousand dollars, and you work at Equinox for $9 an hour.
$9 an hour. We got free membership.
Free membership.
What's wrong with y'all? Where y'all get this stuff from?
The goal was to pay off the debt, and that's really what it was. So we were doing that, but between both of us, we were maybe bringing in an additional 1,000 from Equinox. We were renting out our car on Turo, and that was bringing like $700 a month. We were watching dogs on Rover because I've always worked from home since moving down to Dallas, so I could watch a dog while I watch mine.
We were watching like 4 dogs a weekend.
Yes.
In one apartment.
Yeah, we lived in an apartment at that time.
It was bad. Unbelievable. It was bad.
What else did we do? I was working at a private practice, so just going in and doing therapy physically with people. We did that. And I think you did some surveys here and there.
Yeah.
And then we started the cleaning business. So we had all that happening with our 9 to 5s, with being newlyweds in a new state.
Trying to pay off this debt.
Trying to pay off the debt and the cleaning business going.
So it was just like we talk about side hustle. It was a side hustle at that point.
Right.
But it was like, we started realizing this little thing that's happening on the side is the bank account is growing.
Yeah.
And it was just sitting there. We was like, let's leave it. Let's just focus on raising our income with the other stuff. And then we cut all that other stuff out and then started focusing on the cleaning business like the second year.
Yeah.
Brand new entrepreneurs. Do you advise, would you advise people to do what you did in terms of like starting all these little things?
I would say yes. I guess it depends on what your goal is. Our goal was to pay off that debt as quickly as possible by my 30th birthday. And so that's why we were hustling like crazy. And we knew that raising our income was the only way. And so once we paid off the debt, things got cut off, right? So once his car got paid off from Turo, he's like, no more. Because it was his new car, so he's like, I'm done. Right. So that got cut off.
Oh, so you used Turo to pay off the car.
Yeah.
And then you just stopped doing Turo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is dope.
Yeah.
It's actually an ill strategy. That's dope.
But that was my main car. I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah, I had a car too, so he could use it just when he was going to work.
Because you had that emotional attachment to it.
Yeah. So we start that. But what I know probably, I mean, there's 2 different philosophies, right? Where you should have focused on it and maybe the cleaning business would have grown a lot faster.
Oh, it definitely would have.
Right? But as beginning entrepreneurs, doing all this stuff teaches you something. Like even the babysitting dogs business somehow in a weird, twisted way teaches you how to manage people.
Yeah.
And so, you know what I mean? Like that's like I believe every experience teaches you something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like even getting your hands dirty, because it could have been that the dog walking business or babysitting business took off.
Yeah.
And that could have been the $1 million business.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of torn in my advice. Like, do we just try a bunch of stuff until we kind of lean to one?
See if what hits. I mean, yeah, I think so. Even with, I see it as like in regards to marketing, when we're speaking to our students, we're like, try different things. Try Yelp, try Google, try this. And whichever one hits the most, then go all in with it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I think that it is like that. And that worked for us because like we said, we were new entrepreneurs. We really didn't know. And we weren't even calling ourselves entrepreneurs then.
And we still don't.
I still kinda
barely.
battle with that.
Still trying to figure this thing out.
Gotcha. So tell me about the beginning, because I want to know the inner workings of the cleaning business.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we start the cleaning business. Give me your understanding when he comes home with it. Give me your understanding of what's going to happen.
So he brought it, I think, the beginning of 2017, right?
2017, yep.
Beginning, and I just said no because, like I said, we had never spoke about a business. We didn't know what we was doing. I'm like, no, I don't know what you're
Y'all wasn't
talking
doing all the dog walking and Turo and all that at this point?
Yeah, but we didn't, like I said, I didn't rationalize it as a business at that time. I just rationalized it as side hustles that were just like working to get this money to pay off debt.
So you're comfortable if we're saying, yo, we're going to go hit this lick real quick. Oh, we're going to watch somebody's dog. They're going to give us extra money. You're like, okay, cool. But
a business, I was like, no.
Because now we're talking about bank accounts. We're talking about documents, the format and stuff like
I'm
that.
like, we don't know what we're doing.
We
Why
didn't know
would we do
what we
that?
was doing.
wow.
At least the other things, they're platforms. So we know, like, we're following their guidelines. The Turo, Rover, Equinox, like, we're not by ourselves with that. So that's why I was like, no. He's like, okay. Came back like 3-4 months later. It's like, okay, listen, I have a strategy of how we're going to do this. This is what we need. This is broken down into 4 weeks. So how are we going to get this up and running? So him bringing back that additional information, that's what helped me to feel comfortable to say, yes, okay, let's try it.
Gotcha. So you're just saying no to the idea of a business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when the guy was telling you about the business, what was your understanding of it?
I just understood that he found the contracts and he outsourced it to contractors. So there's a person that needs their home cleaned. There's a person who does a home cleaning and he matches them. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, she doesn't understand that part. She just heard me say, I want to start a cleaning business. Mm. So when I understood that part of it, I was like, all right, let me find a game plan so that she's like, we didn't know how to form an LLC. We didn't know a business bank account. We didn't know any of that stuff. So I literally broke it down. We're going to create our business in 4 weeks. And here's how we're going to do every single week. And we sat down, we had a family meeting, just me and her and the dog. and the dog. And I said, here's what we're going to do to try to get this business up and running. And she's like, okay, you really thought about this. You strategized and let's figure it out together.
Yeah.
That's dope. I think that's even a lesson for the married people watching right now. Don't come home like, hey, honey, we're going to start a business. They're like, what? And then they don't like the way you presented it. Yeah. Then you feel like they don't support you because you didn't present it properly.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I've done that plenty of times.
So he's learned over the years. He has to present it right. Details for me.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So we get all the name, logo, I'm guessing. Mm-hmm. And how do we start?
All that type of stuff. Basically, it was like getting our website up because with our cleaning business, you only can book us online. We don't go to the home and see what it looks like or how many square footage you have. We have all that information on our website and you can book us online. So once we got the website up and running and had a contractor to do the job, then we were live, if you will. So we went live technically on...
I don't understand. I don't understand. You built a website.
Uh-huh.
That says you can get your house cleaned.
Yeah, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Do you want a deep clean or standard clean?
So,
do you want your oven clean?
How big is your home? How many bedrooms, bathrooms?
Yeah. We're 5,500 square feet.
Wow.
We don't service homes over. No? And we had to realize that.
So we stopped servicing homes over 4,000 because it became more of a headache and they tend to be cheaper.
Why?
I don't know why they tend to be cheaper.
No, why is it a headache?
Oh, because they tend to be cheaper.
There's a lot more nuances in homes that are so big because you probably got a room that's a study that was probably an office or a game room that was probably an office or a bedroom at one point. Mm-hmm. And you may go online and say, all right, this is not a bedroom. I don't want this cleaned. And there's a lot of nuances.
And then the hallway's mad long.
The hallways.
There's stairs. There's so much more.
So we realized homes, our niche is probably like 3,000 square feet and under. We may do 3,500. We used to do bigger homes.
Give me the nightmare from the big home that said, yo, I'm not doing this.
Well, then they say that, so when it's so big, we charge hourly because usually we charge a flat rate. When the home is so big, we have to charge hourly because we don't know how long that home is going to take. And then they're like, well, they're moving too slow.
Right.
I think that they should be moving faster. I feel like I would clean my home faster. And so those are some of the things that we faced. And then the pricing part of it, to charge someone for a 5,000 plus square feet home is a big price tag. And
how much would that be?
Easily 1,000 or something like that.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope my house cleaned it out.
I know that.
they definitely do. I can tell you for a fact they're not charging you that.
But I pay her what she asked me to pay her, and I give her a tip.
Right.
Still,
It ain't even
she's worth
No, I know that.
she's worth way more than that. And our contractors don't realize that until they start working with us. And they don't know their value.
Yeah.
That's a very labor-intensive job to do. They don't know that.
Or for sure.
I got a baby. I got a daughter.
Is it one person cleaning that big home?
It's normally her and her partner.
Two people.
It's two.
Okay.
So we had a contractor who was making $700 a week, and she didn't want to leave her. We were just telling the story last night, and she didn't want to leave her job because it was guaranteed income. So like, I make $700.
I work 6 days a week.
6-7 days a week, over 40 hours. Like we could guarantee you that easily. We said, if you don't make $700 working with us, we would pay you out of our pocket. That's how confident we was. And she made $1,400-$1,200 her first week because they are undervaluing their services. Yeah. Because they don't have and the reason people work with us because they don't have a marketing platform. They don't have a website. They don't have advertisement. They don't
referral.
And you probably pay her cash or Venmo or So we take all that stuff online. They just go and clean. They just go and clean.
Right.
So they're undervaluing themselves with that type of labor-intensive service.
Goodness gracious. Okay. Help me approach her. Because she's really, really good too.
Those are the best ones, yeah.
Yeah, those are the best ones.
How would I approach her? How can I start my own and really start capitalizing? Because I made a post one day. I put a number on there and everything, and mad people hit her up. And I mean, we told our students to hit her up too. I saw that and I said, my students in Atlanta, please hit this person up.
Make her a
to get her some more jobs.
Mm-hmm. Are they?
But if she becomes a contractor, she can work with multiple companies. She doesn't have to be with one company. That's the good thing about them being a contractor.
Yeah.
So she can continue to get jobs. It doesn't stop. With
That's true. Yeah, I want her to win.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna call her and
I'm
make
still
a
gonna
proposal. All right, so y'all saw that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Definitely saw it.
The wolves are out. Okay. First of all, how many students y'all got? Because y'all got students y'all teach to do this,
so
right?
about 800 right now?
800 students? Mm-hmm. Listen, if I was going to teach you how to make $1 million, would you give me 10,000? Like if I had a course teach you how to make $1 million a year positive, you're going to make $1 million, would you give me 10,000? Of course you would. It's no brainer, right? So in a calendar year, we make 7 figures with the podcast. But there's 21 things that I extracted from that you're going to need to launch your podcast. But I only got time to give you 3 right now. One is you need a distribution platform. The distribution platform is what you upload your podcast to. That platform sends it to Spotify, Apple, Google Play, so that your supporters can actually listen to your podcast. You're also going to need a microphone. You need a really good microphone so it's crispy audio. And 3, you need an income strategy. This is not necessarily a hobby, unless you're going to make it a hobby. But I can teach you how I made the 7 figures with these 21 things. Now, the good news is you don't have to give me 10,000. My ebook is only $37, okay? So listen, go to podcastebook.com and get the 21 things that you need. And I can explain it in detail, all the things that you need, okay? Podcastebook.com. Let's get to the episode.
And when we started the pandemic, we only had like 100. And that was because it was a pandemic and people were like, why would I need my house cleaned? That's when the whole COVID cleaning thing came up.
An essential
cleaning. And it was brand new. It was a new thing. No one knew what the hell COVID cleaning was.
I still know what a COVID cleaning is, but...
So yeah, once
you put a sign up.
Yeah.
You
spray, you do the gun. You have a mask on, you do the gun.
That's literally it.
That's really...
You clean the house and you put a sign up that says this was COVID clean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Literally.
I think we had to, in this building, we had to put up a sign that said,
It's pretty much what you're talking about. Just pretty much the space was sprayed down, and we followed all the peer space rules of cleaning guidelines and airing the windows and airing the building out with the doors open, all types of stuff.
That's a quote unquote COVID cleaning.
That's crazy.
It was a brand new term.
If somebody comes in with COVID, it's not like anyway. Yeah, for sure. Anyway, all right. So okay. How did you? Okay, so we have a website.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That outlines the services. And how did you decide how to charge per bedroom, per house, square footage, all that kind of stuff?
We did a competitors research. So we looked at the companies in our area, about 5 to 10 of them, did the average. When we started like $20 lower. because we just wanted to get people in, start leaving us reviews. Social proof is huge for us.
Yeah, for sure.
Start leaving us those reviews, and then eventually we raise the price as we see fit, as we know our worth, as the other companies in our area. So that's how we started with the pricing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we look up where do you look in your area? You just Google...
Google or Yelp cleaning businesses in Dallas. So we're cleaning business in your area, whatever that looks like. Yeah.
Gotcha. So you just pretty much took their model, their pricing model, what you saw as the average.
Took the average.
And then once you get consistent clients, you raise it.
Yeah.
So it's a website. We have the pricing on there. And people go there and they set an appointment.
Yes.
Do they pay online?
Yes.
They pay online?
They have to put their card
pay
information.
up front.
They put their card information. We don't charge them. They have to put their card information for us to even come out.
To hold the service.
Yeah. And then in the morning of their cleaning, we would put a hold on their card to make sure the funds are there.
Gotcha.
If there's no funds there, we are not coming out.
Because that's a big thing too. Like you going, she's probably charging you once she's done with the job while she's on site taking this payment. But they spend a lot of time, they being the independent contractors, when they're cleaning themselves, they spend a lot of time chasing people for money, trying to get those invoices. Yeah. We don't ever have to worry about something being unpaid because we have your card on file and we don't charge you until after the clean is complete. But we have a hold that says we are entitled to these funds once we perform our services.
Gotcha. Okay. So how do we find the cleaners, though?
That is a game in itself.
So the hardest part of the business is finding the cleaners. I mean, finding good people to work at any business, basically. That's the hardest part. But we look on Craigslist, look on Indeed, ZipRecruiter, Care, referrals, all of that. That's how we find our contractors.
So you already have one, technically, because she already cleans your house.
Yeah.
So if you...
And then she may know people.
And she may know people. So now you got her network. Most of our people who work with us now, they're from their own networks. And we get people, unfortunately, from other big cleaning companies in Dallas because they would prefer to work with us because they make more money and they set their own hours.
Yes.
But that's the hardest part of it. Interviewing people, finding them, posting, and staying consistent with trying to find new people as well.
And good people.
Good people.
So tell me about your first cleaner. What was the process of finding that person?
That first cleaner, we found her on, I don't even remember.
I don't remember, but she called out on the first job. So
we tell people start with at least two people. So we had the first job and she was going to it. The person found us on Nextdoor to clean like a vacant unit. So we sent her out. She was ready to go. The night before we texted like, hey, you ready to go? She's like, yep, this is our first job. So we were excited about it. So she goes to the job.
Did y'all have the card hold function and all that?
Yeah, that was all before we put that on for all of our students as well. So she goes out to the cleaning and she's like, what, her husband left her or something like that?
No, you're talking about the other one.
That was the second one.
That was the second one. The first one they called out the night before. So we're scrambling. We go on Facebook and look like in a group of people that do cleaning in Dallas. Like, hey, can anybody help us with this job tomorrow? And someone said, yes, they can do it.
Yep.
But she called out the night before. We're calling the client like, we can't come out. We'll give you a free cleaning whenever we can come out.
We had no idea what we was doing.
First cleaning. Yep. Whenever we can't come out. But we found somebody to go out. It ended up still being free because we already had told them that it would be free. Sure. We found someone that can go out the next day, the time that they booked, and they went. It was actually a farm in that person's backyard and stuff, so it was messy as ever.
Literally a farm. Literally. Like in the backyard in Dallas.
Horses.
And we don't live in the outskirts of Dallas. We live in Dallas City.
But they had all that going on. But we found someone in a group to go ahead and do the job. And they did it great. And that person became our contractor. And at some point, that person actually left the state and sold their company to us.
So we acquired their company.
Their company.
Hold on. So they had a cleaning company.
Yes.
They came out to clean themselves or they sent someone?
They came in and cleaned themselves.
So they have a company where they do some and they have other contractors as well. Mm-hmm. And that person just got out, they left and they just sold you guys their clientele list or something?
Their client list.
Their client list.
How much y'all pay?
What was that? I don't even think
it was less than $1,000.
Yeah, it was less than $1,000.
But most of those people, they didn't end up staying on because our prices were way higher than hers anyway.
Yeah.
So we did retain a couple of them, then we raised their prices gradually, but a lot of them didn't stay on. But she was
Why wouldn't they stay on if your prices were higher?
Because they were used to her doing the job and we didn't know how to transition them from her to us. So we had to literally move them from her system to our system. We had to get their credit cards on hold. We're the new owners. We didn't know that. She should have introduced us.
I see. I'm thinking about the actual cleaners. You're talking about the customers.
The customers, yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
But she was a long-standing contractor for us for a while. She did a lot of jobs for us before she left.
Most of our contractors have their own companies. Some of them have their own company, have their own jobs. But what we provide is extra income for them.
Yeah.
The days that it's slow, days that they want more. Holidays, things like that. And that's how it works.
So the magic isn't you having your own people that work for you. It's just a pool of contractors to pull from to say, hey, I got this job. Who wants it?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Exactly.
So if I have you clean my house, is it possible that I'll have 2 different people come 2 different times?
No, we don't do that. If you're a recurring customer, no.
We
send the same person every time.
Yeah. They like that because that's kind of guaranteed income for them, right? So if they do a good job with you the first time, then you want every 2 weeks cleaning, then they continue to go with them. So you continue to be on their schedule.
Gotcha.
And that's, they don't have to work for that again.
Yeah.
Have you ever, I didn't even realize we had the lady on recurring. Literally like the other day, the door rang. I'm like, yo, and my wife didn't tell me. They just pulled up. Yeah. And my wife was out of town actually. And I'm like, hey, she said, we're here. I'm like, all right. I mean, I'm always happy to see her anyway.
Yeah.
But so we have y'all ever had to clean a house yourself?
Yeah, we did.
have. Not by
we didn't
choice.
have to.
We didn't have to. He wanted to let's get our hands dirty. I did not want. I'm like, for what? Why?
Okay,
this is the reason.
You gotta touch the product. Yeah,
No, we don't. We really don't. So we spent like a weekend. We spent like a weekend, maybe week 3 or 4. I don't know how long it was into the business. Cleaning.
The
houses weren't dirty. They were just really big and just needed more organizing. Thankfully.
Was that when you decided no houses over 4,000?
No. It was way later than that.
Yeah. But we did like 3 jobs.
The same weekend, I was like, let's just do it. And we never did it again.
I won't do it again.
We've done, I don't know how many cleanings now.
You didn't want to do it that time, right?
Exactly. I'm like, whatever.
So what was that experience? Are y'all not cleaners though? Like, what was that?
No.
Did y'all do a good job?
Yeah, that's what they said.
They gave us a tip.
Yeah.
Left us a review on Google and Yelp. Yeah. That's it. That's all we needed.
Yeah.
And we got paid. We got paid good money though.
Yeah, because you keep all your profits.
You keep all that.
Oh, sure did. Sure did. I do have a question on the profits thing, so remind me to come back to that. But these houses, so you don't need no training to clean and learn how to clean.
You should have, the people we work with are already trained because they're professional cleaners.
Yeah.
We're not taking, we get people who apply, I've been cleaning my mother's house for 10 years. Nah, we want you cleaning other people's houses that say that you're doing a good job. And preferably they worked at other companies before. So they should be trained, yes. But you should have some sort of training.
Yeah. I see. What did you all learn in your experience of cleaning about employees, about the people that you work with, about clients? What did you take from that to help you become better business?
Like when we cleaned it ourselves, that the job is really hard. I would say that.
Very, very labor intensive.
Yeah, labor intensive.
And if you listen to clients, I think it's easier to get clients if you listen to them too. Like one lady we were saying that she was getting divorced.
Yeah,
she's moving out. I think she took the house from her husband.
Yeah.
And something like that. And she's gonna need her house cleaned more often. So we just gonna listen to her story. Like, hey, keep telling us more. So you learn a lot about clients if you sit there and listen to them and just let them talk as well. And that's how you get more reoccurring customers too.
Got you. So about the profits. Let's say you charge $1,000 to clean this house.
Yeah.
How much do you get? How much do they get?
So
we give our cleaners 60% and we take 40%.
Yeah.
So they get a higher amount because they're doing the job.
Yeah.
And
that's how you also get them to stay with you longer.
Because they get paid really well. If you break it down hourly, they get between like $35 to $40 an hour on the lower end, but sometimes it can be more money.
That ain't bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Bad.
So people ask us, and we tell people, you could do it any way you want. You could do 50-50, you could do 40-60 on the other side. But we say 60-40 only because that's the way you keep them too. If they're making money, a lot of clients or a lot of people think about, they're going to steal your clients. If I'm making this type of money from these cleanings, I don't have to worry about stealing your clients because you're always going to give me more.
For sure.
So that's how we retain them as well.
Do you ever get people, like clients that poach your...
Yeah, that has happened.
That has happened. And what we do is, we have them sign a contract saying that they can't do that, of course, but people are going to be people.
How do you know?
Yeah, people are going to be people. There's a contract saying don't murder people. People kill people all the time. It is what it is. But we either find out if we notice something like our recurring clients are dropping off with this one specific person, or if somebody tells us, or it's kind of hard to find out really. But then those are ways, if we find out we just drop you, we just don't work with you anymore. We technically can take you to court. You sign the contract. We could do that whole thing. But we haven't yet. We haven't gotten to that at all.
Yeah, one person actually felt guilty for taking our contractors too. They called us. It was a Friday night. We were out drinking or whatever, and they called us like, I'm so sorry. I took your contractors. They've done a horrible job since.
I'm like, huh? Hello? What does that have to do with me? Like, you took the
That's why you feel guilty. I'll say you're right. I'm trying to switch
but we left them weeks ago.
We stopped working with them.
We stopped working with them a week ago because we knew that they were bad, so we stopped working with them and we stopped giving them jobs. So when he called, he was trying to get them back. He's like, we don't work with them anymore. Yeah. But that's a rarity. Also, if you find out
Would you
that,
work with that client again, though?
No, not at all.
No.
But also, if you find out that they never have reoccurring bookings. So if we clean your house and we know the person's a great cleaner and they never go back to clean your house again, or only get one-time clients, then we know that there's something up there.
Yeah.
If we know that they're really good, they never get a call back from someone.
And is that something that you really spend time tracking?
Yeah. So we got a system that says if it's a Zapier integration that says if this person cancels, it gives us all the metrics of that person that canceled, how often this cleaner gets canceled on, or how often this cleaner gets one-time bookings and things like that. So we could kind of track that stuff.
Oh, so you can track the effectiveness or the thievery. Because there might be one it's almost like if you send me out and I clean a house, but they don't want me to come back.
Yeah.
Then two things are happening. Either I didn't do a good job, which means I need to leave, or you're just taking my clients, which means I need to leave.
Exactly. If you never have reoccurring clients or you always got a bunch of one-time clients, then we could see, all right, well, you're probably not that effective as a cleaner. But we call after every single cleaner. Our team calls every single client to find out if they were satisfied. Do they want to leave us a review, leave us a tip? Do they want us to come back out? And we kind of get some feedback on that call too.
What's the most consistent feedback?
Consistent?
We mostly get good reviews. And if we don't, that's
I guess on the bad side, maybe. What is the number one complaint?
Areas missed.
Areas missed.
Yeah, for areas that they felt could have been done better. Or it's funny because people are like, the job was done badly. And you're like, okay, what's the issue? They missed the windowsill. It's like, okay, was the whole job done badly or just the windowsill? Which one is it? And we also offer that if we don't do the job right, you tell us within 24 hours, we come back out without a charge. So you let us know.
You pay the cleaner again?
Yeah, we let the cleaner go back out.
I'm saying you pay the cleaner again?
No. The cleaner that's part of their contract as well. The cleaner will go back to the job within that certain time frame once the client sends pictures or let us know what's happening to go rectify those issues.
That's smart, I guess, to let the cleaner know up front, like, yo, if you don't clean it good, you're going to have to come back out for free.
Exactly.
And we interview them too, and we ask them, what would you, and this is the exact question that we ask them is, if a client's unsatisfied, what's your normal policy? And they tell us what their policy is. And we say, oh, that's our same policy. So we should expect the same thing when you're cleaning for us.
Absolutely.
And there's no discrepancies there.
Right.
Gotcha,
no arguments over it.
All right. So that's the actual contractor side. How do we get these clients though?
Oh, so clients...
that's the easy part.
Clients are going to come. The contractors, like I said, is the hardest part.
Driving people to a website is not an easy task.
If you're looking for it, they could find you. Yeah. Always.
Because people search for it. People search for Dallas cleaners. People search for
Atlanta cleaners.
Move and move out, meaning like they're leaving their home and they need it cleaned and coming back in, or Airbnb, or any of those things people search for.
Right. I didn't even think this is a big industry.
We pay someone to do our SEO every single month for the last 4 years, and his job is to keep us at the top of Google.
Yeah.
And then we also advertise on Yelp. He only does local service businesses. Yeah. So handyman, cleaners, plumbers, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's his niche. That's what he focuses on.
And then we market, put ads into Yelp as well. So a lot of people look on Yelp, obviously, for reviews and stuff. And so we market there as well. And then we get referrals from clients when we do such a good job. They tell a friend or whatever. Gotcha. So that's how the customers continue to come in. We're always marketing.
Yeah, we got customers on the way here in the Uber. Like, just booked us online.
Really?
Yeah.
And they just book us online. And that's the beauty about it.
What?
That they just book online and we don't have to speak to anybody. Because on the website has everything you need to know.
Pull it up. I want to see.
Yeah.
Joe got my phone.
Okay, yeah, can you get this phone real quick? Because, I want to know. I want to, see what this process... How many phones you got?
Well, he got mine.
No, one is mine.
I was about to say. Okay, got you. Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
No. I'm just saying that's how the clients continue to come in. Yelp, Google, Thumbtack, Angie's List, wherever you market or whatever the case may be.
So yeah, while he's in the Uber,
come here. Tell your students, there's no way to tell your students how to do the SEO thing because you pay somebody, right?
Well, we tell them where to market. We tell them about getting their reviews up and stuff like that. So we also do refer our SEO guide to our students as well, so they can work with him.
So that client found us and booked us online. It says new booking by customer at the very top.
Oh, this is good. Okay, in Dallas.
Yeah.
Don't put the info out there.
No.
So
frequency one time. They just want one time cleaning. Mm-hmm. 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Mm-hmm. Square footage between 1,500 and 2,000. Deep cleaning, first cleaning is an extra $70.
Yeah.
For that size. It goes up if your home is bigger.
Okay. It goes down if the house is smaller?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the first time cleaning is always going to be an extra fee. Or
Not
is it just
always.
a deep cleaning?
It's a deep cleaning. We suggest it. We put the first time cleanings to like kind of make you say like, oh, this is my first time, I should get it. But some people don't always book it.
Because you want to spend more time in that home to clean it too. Because we want to make sure your expectations are set.
Gotcha. And it says 5 hours. And I'm guessing you're calculating that off of, hold on, 2 bedrooms, 3 baths. Are you calculating an hour a room?
Usually square footage too.
Usually square footage. And it's just an estimate. The system gives the estimate. And that's based off of one person. So if we send 2 people, we expect that would be less, like 2.5 hours to do that. And it just depends on the condition of the home as well.
Are they able to ask how many people they want to come?
Sometimes they call it in or write it in their notes. They say, can I have more than one person because, I got somewhere to be or something like that. And more than likely, we can accommodate it.
Got it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Special instructions, no special instructions. Mm-hmm. Working the team park. Too. Okay. And the prices. So 5 hours, $329.60.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's including tax. Mm-hmm.
That's including tax.
Mm-hmm.
I want to invite you to pick my brain.
Mine too.
Yours too?
Mine too.
Yours too. Okay, you guys. We are so excited because we just dropped our newest podcast series called the Brain Picker Podcast. David.
Oh, it's going down. You get to pick our brain. You have a business idea, a concept. You're stuck. You can't get off the ground. You need the advice of seasoned, experienced entrepreneurs. Not only entrepreneurs that are practitioners, but we got a lot of people that we've been coaching all over the last decade.
All over the globe.
That got receipts.
Not just that, you never know where your next investor might be hanging out. And the word on the street is we got all the connections.
That's a big fact.
We got all the connections. So if you want to sit down with us and pick our brains.
In front of our audience.
And we're letting you pick our brains. We won't even talk bad about you for doing it in front of our audience, bringing your business maximum exposure. Find the link somewhere around here, wherever you see it.
It's there.
And apply
right now
to pick our brain.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
So, what's that? $60 an hour? 60-something an hour?
Well, it estimates about $60 an hour.
And your hourly rate stays the same, yes?
Mm-hmm.
No matter how big it is, it's just more hours or less hours.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So people that book us hourly, it's $60 per hour, no matter how many hours. They want 10 hours or either 2 hours. $60 per hour.
$60 per hour for one person. If I send 2 people, it's $120 an hour.
I don't think there's going to be 5 hours, though.
It's not.
It's not.
It's usually not.
It's an estimate.
So what that allows us to do is when people ask, like, are you charging us hourly or are you charging us by the room? It's a combination of both. So if we charge you hourly, we got to stick to that hour, right? But we just give an estimate that we charge a flat rate pricing so that if we spend 5 hours and 30 minutes, that's fine. If we spend 3 hours and 30 minutes, you're not paying any more, any less during that time, unless you specifically say, I want you to be there for an hourly rate. So that's just an estimate of how long it's going to take us to clean because you want to know how long I'm going to be in your house.
Gotcha. Okay. Has anyone ever seen, okay, this is 5 hours, but they came and knocked it out in 2.5 hours. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they say, hold on, I need half my money back. Has that ever happened?
People do that. It doesn't happen often, but people do that. And we say, so if they spend more time, did you want us to charge you more?
And we said we wouldn't have charged you more. That's just an estimate based on the system.
That's real.
And that's based on how many jobs we've done over the course of the years. And this is what the average time it takes.
And it's a system. It's a computer at the end of the day. If it's off by a little bit, okay, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's how we do it. But we don't have many people complaining about the time constraints at all.
It's usually if we get there and the house is a mess and we say, we're going to have to charge you a little more.
Yeah.
They usually
Because that's in the fine print too. Like this is the estimate. If we get there and your home is way worse than what you kind of put down, then we have the right to let you know as soon as we get there and you decide yes or no if you want us to continue or not.
And that's totally fine. We'll walk out or we'll do the job for you.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Is there like pet fees and stuff like that?
We charge an additional $15 per pet.
Our dog sheds a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would expect somebody to charge for my dog shedding.
For $15 though? That don't seem like enough though.
It don't. I know one of our students said they charge $30 per pet. I was like, hey, so be it.
If people are paying for it, go for it.
People pay for it. At first, we only had the $15 fee for pets, and then we get there's 4 cats. We're like, oh, no. We need to charge per pet.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
You guys are running a very professional operation here.
Yeah.
You guys like thinking through all the angles. Well, I guess you've been doing it for 4 years now.
4 years, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so first year, $80,000 part-time.
It's still part-time, but yeah.
Still part-time. How much the second year?
I think you said 120 something. I don't
It was about 120, 130.
An extra 120,000.
Yeah.
How much third year?
Third year?
That was pandemic year, right?
That was a pandemic. I think we grew by 25% that year. It wasn't much.
Mm-hmm.
So it was maybe about 200, I think 250 that third year.
And then year 4, you doubled that.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Was it the pandemic that doubled it or you just, you figured this thing out?
I think it was a few things. I think the pandemic, a lot of people are looking for cleanings now, specifically during the pandemic. We're still in the pandemic technically. So people look for cleanings. And then we also realized that marketing is an investment, not an expense.
Yeah.
We have that in the course, but we weren't practicing as much as we should.
We were not putting any money into marketing early on. We was like,
marketing for the contractors.
Marketing for the contractors.
Because first we were just doing it like free on Indeed and ZipRecruiter, but you can also pay. And you get better people interviewing and applying, basically.
Because we were trying to be cheap with everything, honestly. We was like, we're not gonna put money into Yelp or Google or Facebook or even Indeed. It's like, we're gonna try to figure this out. And we give those options too, and of course, like free versions to do things. It's gonna take time. So I was on Facebook Marketplace, on Facebook posting for contractors 3 to 5 times a week for like 20 different groups every single night. Like, hey, here's the job ad. And now we just automated that stuff. We just pay someone and they automate it for us.
Dang.
So we put more into marketing for our contractors and then also our clients.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So what about personal development? What does that investment look like?
Our biggest investment has been with our coach. Prior to that, you buy a lot of courses.
Yeah.
He buys a lot of courses.
I buy everything.
On random stuff or?
Nah, it's always dedicated to some part of our business.
Yeah. The first course that I was involved with, I think we paid like $2,000 for.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of that one. Danielle Leslie, her course. That was the first one that I was involved with. And then who else did you buy?
Everyone.
Yeah, anybody you can think of. Many people that's been on here.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we finally got like a coach to work one-on-one with this past year.
But then even in our cleaning business, like I've purchased courses from other cleaning business owners just to find out what the heck they're doing.
Sure.
One course I bought from a guy, it was about a Canadian cleaning business, nothing to do with what we're doing here. But I took one piece of knowledge from that course. It was like, oh, well, don't forget to use this and like go Google local services. And I took that information and I implemented it into ours. And now we're starting to make money from it. So I'm always thinking about different ways to kind of grow and scale our businesses, whether it's in the business side or the personal development.
That's a fact. I just joined this, well, not just, but last year I joined it, but I'm just getting active in it. It's a $25,000 mastermind. And in there, they have like all these different topics. It's like these 10-minute talks, right? Where it's mad topics. This one guy started talking about podcasting, right? Because that's what I'm into. A 10-minute talk. One thing he said in this 10 minutes changed the game for me.
Really?
Like, it's crazy. That's why I feel what you're saying. Like, I'll buy information. I will pay to get information because it really only takes one thing that it turned the tide.
Yeah.
Especially get your money back right there. Yeah. Right? So do you guys consider yourself business people right now?
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs? You're running a business?
I think the cleaning business is a very entry-level way to kind of get into a low-cost startup. So since then, we've done multiple things, but that was just like the gateway drug for us. Like, this is low cost. Let's figure it out. Now we're 4 years in. We feel like I feel like we could do anything.
Yeah. I agree.
Y'all want to do other stuff?
I mean, we do.
We do other stuff. So we have the cleaning business, and now we own a virtual assistant business that we bought this past year, 2021. And
you bought a virtual assistant business?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
And they only...
How much you pay for it?
We paid $6,000. $6,000 for it.
$6,000 for a whole business?
Yeah. They were
a failing business. They weren't making any money.
Trying to let it go. So,
and we were using them for our. They only service cleaning business owners.
Oh wow!
And we were a client, and we knew the owner. They were going out of business. He's like, "We're not making any money. We're closing the doors." And I was like, "No, let's not close the doors yet." I brought the idea to her, and she said,
"Not again." I'm like, "Nah."
We have a PowerPoint, bro.
I didn't have nothing.
You didn't have nothing. So I just think we could do this, and I'm like, here we go again.
I like Jhanilka, man. She's like, nope. Present it right. You know what I mean? Do it right.
So we bought that business, and it is. We own it now since February, so about to be a year now. And they only do virtual assistant for cleaning businesses. So we promote it in our course, of course. And we have a lot of students that become a client of our virtual assistant business. We already had an operations manager in it. So that is what kind of sold me, because I'm like, we can't take this on again.
What was the payroll?
What do you mean?
I mean, when you inherit a business, you're inheriting payroll.
The payroll.
To be transparent, we've made $0 from that business.
Yeah.
We are net zero, which is good because we now have virtual assistants who run our cleaning business for free.
Yeah.
So you don't have you've eliminated an expense.
Yes.
Yep. And we help other cleaning business owners because now we're not taking any money from that. We made $0 and they run our business practically at this point.
Yeah. But since December to now, we've gotten a lot of clients. And so we're expecting within the next 2-3 months to start seeing a profit there.
Got it. Yeah. What do y'all do with your money?
What do we do with our money? So we hoard a lot of it because of me. We do. We hoard a lot of it because of me. Money. But recently we spent a lot more. Like we just had a baby shower in Brooklyn this past weekend, sorry. We just bought a home. We bought
a car for your mother.
We bought a car for
with our cleaning business profits.
Cleaning business profits, yes.
So, okay, y'all segment your monies.
Yeah.
Yes? So your job money.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to help somebody in this situation. What do you do with your job money? It doesn't all go in an account?
It goes into different accounts. So like our job money is what sustains us day to day. So our rent, we don't have car payments. Mortgage now. Groceries, restaurants, Ubers, that type of stuff is where our job money goes. When it comes to bigger things like the car that we bought for my mother, that was from our cleaning business.
So that has its own account.
Right. When we invest like for stocks and ads and stuff like that, that comes from our Hartrimony business. So we separate it like that.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
So we spent a lot of money last year reinvesting in the business, but also into like the personal development thing. So we hired a business coach. We hired shout out to our business coach. We also hired a wealth coach.
This is my sister.
Dottie's our business coach. I wanted to make sure.
Her name.
We also hired a wealth coach as well. So we've been like reinvesting in ourselves a lot more this past year.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Do you feel you're going to spend more energy on building out the business, or because you found how to do it, you'll spend more time teaching it?
This year, I think we want to really focus on systems. So I would say...
For what? The teaching or the business?
Both of them, actually.
Gotcha.
We're trying to focus on the cleaning business side of it so that we continue with the teaching. The teaching is going well. We're doing great with that. So the business itself, we're trying to really put systems in place, automate more of it. And then I think we'll go over to the teaching side.
Because we grew the cleaning business revenue 100% without putting I don't think we put any more effort into it last year at all. And if we really went behind the cleaning business, like, all right, let's get back into it. Because I think I got out of it because it's not a sexy business. Like, I own a cleaning business. What do you do for a living? I own a cleaning business. It sounds corny. It sounds like, But when
it sounds pretty cool to me.
Really?
You know what I mean? A cleaning business? Yeah, because I
never met a cool cleaning business owner. I never met a cool cleaning business owner.
You guys are cool.
Well, outside of us.
So when I heard you have a cleaning business, in my head, I thought, oh, wow, he got a bunch of people cleaning office buildings and all that.
Yeah.
because she's pregnant. She ain't about to clean that. You feel me? I was like, dang, that's kind of lit. And how much time do y'all put into the business?
Oh, that's like our number one question. So right now we have virtual assistants, so we don't got to do much of it. I want to say every week, maybe a total of like an hour and a half.
Per week?
Per week, yeah. It's not, we go on, we make sure the cards are on hold. We charge the cards. Our contractors speak with our virtual assistants. They really don't need to reach out to us anymore.
So the virtual assistant is kind of like the manager of the business?
They're taking on a lot right now, yeah. But we are in the process of putting an operations manager in our place.
Most of it is customer service.
Yeah.
How much is your cleaning? Can I get this refund? Can I do that? It's not anything that you need to speak to the owners about, really.
That is so cool.
Unless there's something that they really have no idea how to do, like, or what to say, they'll put in the chat, like, hey, what do you guys think about this? We'll give them a response, but it's all customer service.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you know what you did? You all had a vision and then put the vision together, and now the vision pays itself.
Yeah.
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 That's amazing.
Yeah.
You don't like really have to do anything. And like you said, I think you said you're about to hire someone to replace y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to take our operations manager from our virtual assistant business and move her to the cleaning business, and then have someone from the virtual assistant business take her spot.
Yeah.
The virtual assistant is just like his own thing. It's like his own funnel.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. I need to get better at that kind of stuff, Joe.
Well, we still learning.
Yeah, but I mean, in my case, I'm involved in a lot. I mean, I put it out there and obviously make sure that everybody's doing what they need to do. But and maybe you can help me with this. I always feel like people can do better in their role, so I'm always pushing them to do better. And I'm in it, but I just want to make sure that we're optimizing at a higher level.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
We had
instead of like just hands off, because I think Joe and Donald and all those, like, y'all, they'll produce it all, but I'll always see something that I'm like, let's switch this up or let's improve this system. Is it a bad thing though?
I don't think so.
I'm not micromanaging though.
No, because it's not like you're doing this every day, all day. It's just like maybe once a month you're like, this could be better. I'm like, all right, cool.
I didn't realize the other day that Joe don't work every day. You know what I mean? It's not like I call Joe every day. Like some days, we go 2-3 days. Am I right? And I don't talk to him. I'm like, yo, he got the sweetest position ever in the world. This is lit. Like, okay. And not that he don't work every day. I just don't talk to him. And I'm sure, no, he doesn't work every day. I know.
But that's the reason you hire people, though. You don't want to be on them the whole time. You want to trust that they are doing your business right and can handle everything that you task them with.
But I do want to hire some virtual assistants that work every day.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you can have that.
And then, Joe, you can find some virtual. You just make sure.
I have a virtual assistant that it pretty much the same way they run their business, the same way the complex is ran. Mm-hmm. I don't talk to any client unless.
Oh, so we got a virtual assistant for this.
Yeah. And
the one
that Brandon hired. So I don't have to talk to anybody unless it's like a dire emergency. Like we got one that I got to call somebody today after, but other than that, it's just.
So this joint just be running.
Oh, for sure. It's like, because I had an idea, like running like an Airbnb.
That's the way it should be.
Lit.
It's all customer service.
Yeah.
And he's managing, if anything, that gets to him.
Let's get some more.
Say less.
Okay.
I mean, we had a situation, yesterday, and it came in through our chat that we have with our contractors, and she was like, you didn't answer this question. I was like, they can figure it out. They will figure it out if you leave them long enough. And what happened?
They got the answer.
They got the answer.
That's some cool leadership stuff right there.
I just be lazy sometimes, bro. I didn't want to go in and answer the question. Right. So I knew she knew the answer.
For sure.
She did.
Tell me about some of your clients. You got 800 people in cleaning businesses?
My favorite one. You know, I'm going to tell my story.
So wait, which client you want? You want the students or like the client?
Students, yeah. Okay. Students that are doing cleaning businesses now.
Our biggest one that we have,
I love telling that story.
Started the business. He's made $400,000 in a year.
His second year.
Dang, he matched y'all. Y'all the coach.
First year.
Year and a half?
Yeah, year and a half, if you will. Whatever. Yeah.
He matched y'all and y'all the coaches.
Which is good. Our students should be doing better than us because we didn't have the blueprint.
Fire.
He told us that. I lost my wig. But I knew he came in. He was doing real estate. He had a truck. He was doing all this stuff. He's like, yo, I'm going all in.
Yeah.
And he did what we didn't do. He went all in. We kept all the side hustles and stuff. He's like, and I'm going, I found it. He's like, I'm going all in.
Jobs and all that.
Yeah.
Right?
He said, and you gave me something. I'm going all in. And he went all in.
In 7 months, he had made 100,000.
Yeah.
In 7 months, he had made 100,000. And so then
I know how to double it.
He made 400,000. Year and a half, he made 400,000.
So by the year mark, I think he hit 200. He said, yo, and I know how to double this. And it took him like 4 months after that. And he was like, I'm out here.
What did he do?
He number one, he opened up another location, which we've never done. He's in San Antonio
and Houston?
Austin, I think. He opened up another location, and he hired people sooner than we did. So he got an operations manager that works for us. We're doing this 4 years in. He did this year 1.5. He hired the operations manager, and he also started focusing on search engine optimization, SEO, early on. We didn't do that until 9 months into the business. He started that from day one. So he was at the top of the San Antonio cleaning market because he started from day one. We were just so scared to invest in the business and take it seriously. He was like, I got it. But everyone's not like him.
Yeah, would y'all sell? Y'all looking for any investors? I feel like I got a vision for expansion. You know what I mean? I don't understand it 100%, but I feel like I could grow that joint.
I think we could franchise it in different locations.
Anthony is adamant about opening a location in Atlanta.
Because we got so many people to ask us, are you in Atlanta? Are you in Atlanta? I'm like,
and we have a lot of students in Atlanta.
We got a lot of students in Atlanta. I'm like, y'all not doing it big enough. I was like, because every time I see a big post from your group
or somebody,
I think I saw him 500 post about a cleaning business. He needs a cleaner. I was like, yo, I posted that in our group immediately because we got a community of students as well. I was like, yo, y'all need to call this number, hit him up, get somebody out there. Because I was like, if he gives the green light, that's it. He goes to Dave, he goes to everybody, he goes to Donnie. Like now you got the community in itself. They're not taking advantage down here.
All right, so are y'all taking investors? I don't want to franchise. I want to invest in the main situation with y'all. And I'm going to talk to Dottie and say, yo, Dottie, let's put up some bread. And
we wouldn't even know what to do with the money, honestly.
I can figure it out.
On the business side, I'm talking about.
All right, man, let me stop talking to you. All right, we're going to have a conversation. No, this is phenomenal what y'all doing, man, because it's needed and it will always be needed. As long as there are busy professionals, as long as there are people doing Airbnb, as long as there are nursing mothers, as long as there are children running around a house, people got pets, somebody's always going to need their house cleaned.
That's a needs-based business.
Do you plan on expanding to corporations, like businesses?
Like I think commercial and
I think more
commercial.
commercial. The thing about commercial is a lot of them require you to have employees.
But not all, though.
Not all. But
so y'all don't have employees?
No.
We only have contractors.
I'm the only employee, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the only employee.
They're all contractors. And so even the student that we were just speaking about, because he only has contractors, and he had just got a $63,000 contract?
Yeah.
Commercial contract. So not all of them require employees. Most of them do, but you can still. So a lot of people that's taken our course, we primarily focus on residential, but we've had people that taken it and move on to commercial because it's very similar. It's just about getting in and asking questions. Commercial, you really could just walk in and say, you have a cleaner?
Oh, wow.
We can clean for you. Or if you live in a residential building, they most likely have turnovers that you can do for them. So there's so many ways that you can get into the commercial business.
Wow. All right. So I don't know how much your course is. You don't have to say it because it might change. You never know. But can we have a promo code?
Yeah, we can give a promo code, and
you don't have to tell me how much it is.
No, I'm not going to say it.
But social proof, a promo code. Well, as much as you can. That'd be nice.
So for her to say yes so quickly, I have to drill her to give out promo codes and discounts because she's like, listen, when people pay, they'll pay attention.
That's a fact.
And she's like, I don't want to discount what we have going.
Yeah, but we can give it a promo.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I ask everyone.
I know.
To give a promo code. Yeah. I want to incentivize the people. If they listen to this conversation for an hour, they're like, yo, this is something I want to get into. It's not even discounting the course. It's rewarding them for sitting down and paying attention.
Yeah.
We want them to take action. That's the biggest thing. Because the people that take action, they sit down, they watch the course. But when we tell people, it takes usually between 4 to 6 weeks to get started.
Okay.
And that's a short amount of time. We've had people do it in 2 weeks. We had people who took a year and they saw the success from others. They're like, why did it take me so long? It's like, well, you didn't put any action and you just sat on the information. So we want people to take action. That's why we put it in information so that they could get it done between 4 to 6 weeks. Like up and running, first client and everything.
Yeah.
How much money do I need as startup capital?
That's a good question.
And we say about $1,500.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's
What was that
mostly on
for?
the higher end. That's really to get your website. That is maybe to pay for your logo, which you can do that for $25, $50.
That's true.
That is also including some marketing. Because we had paid for the contract, but we include that in our course. We had paid $1,000 for the contract that you have contractors sign, but we give you that in the course. You don't even have to pay for that. Those are the main things. Anything else I'm missing that you
Formation documents, like if you're doing an LLC.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
LLC documents.
Like we went on LegalZoom for our friends. That's how bad we was. We went on LegalZoom.
Not bad. We were new. We didn't know.
We were new. We didn't know nothing. We went on LegalZoom. They charged like $400 to form an LLC. Now we do it in 5 minutes and then pay $150. So,
but depending on your state, that
Depending on
rate
your state,
changes.
yeah.
So yeah, LLC, marketing, website, logo, and that would be the main things that that $1,500 encompasses.
Do you do social media
Yes, we do.
marketing?
Social media marketing for our cleaning business?
For the cleaning
No.
business?
No, we do not. Not Instagram. But we have, I don't know if you would consider like Yelp and Google social media. No.
I'm talking about like your traditional, do I have to set up an Instagram page and start promoting clean houses and stuff like that?
If you want to do free, we
don't,
tell you to do it. You could set up an Instagram page. We have a cleaning business Instagram page. We don't use it at all.
We don't use it though.
Because our leads come from online. People are searching for cleaning businesses, normally not on Instagram.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But we have had students that say they want to do the whole shebang, the Twitter, all of that.
One of our competitors in
this day and
Dallas
age,
did.
you could do a TikTok. I mean, who knows?
That's real. That's real. Look, y'all, we gonna help y'all get ushered into the, and you never know. I might be your boss. You feel me? I might connect. You know what I mean? If I get in the business, I might be. But we're gonna get you a discount code. It'll be in the description. Social proof. It'll be a link below. But look, for one, this has been very, very enlightening. Joe, you want to start a cleaning business?
I low-key want to.
You would be good at managing it, bro.
Yeah. That's the biggest part, managing people. If you're good at managing people, man, they will love you. They go on vacations. They send us pictures of like they families.
Mm-hmm.
They're not employees. They're literally contractors. Because you were mentioning how to build a relationship with contractors. It could be done.
Yeah.
Joe, what's up, man?
1,500 ain't bad.
That's light.
1,500 ain't bad.
All right, look, we're gonna set up a company, and we'll start. Is it? So you said it takes about 4 to 6 weeks to get it up and running.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yes.
means like getting your first client.
Getting your first client.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, all right. And what's the average? What can I expect from my first year following your blueprint? I mean, you can't guarantee anything, but
yeah. I mean,
what's a
have
good
had
benchmark
students-
for me to shoot for?
A good benchmark. It really varies on how much you put into marketing, I would say. Because that makes a difference. For us, we want more business, we market more. We pay more into Yelp, we pay more into Google. So we have students that kind of vary. We have had students that in 1 year made 100 and 1 year made 70. So
we did 70 our first year
we
too.
did 70 our first year. So monthly.
We were ecstatic.
Yeah, we were through.
I bet that's lit.
Yeah.
And you know what? Working at the Cheesecake Factory, I made like $30,000.
Yeah.
That was my income, like all of it, not like a side thing. And I had to be there 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
So for you to make that money in a side business, that's great. And while both of you had a job.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive. Are y'all going to start a podcast? Y'all need to.
We did.
Did you?
We did. Episode 4 dropped today.
Hard Dog Hustle podcast. Make sure y'all tune into that.
Yeah.
All right, look, I help y'all grow your podcast. Y'all help me and Joe build out this business. And we'll work this thing out, right? Let's get it, man. We out here. So look, I gotta do a commercial. I gotta pay some bills real quick. Then we'll come back and y'all gotta close us out with a word of wisdom and how to get in touch with you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You ready? Okay, cool. So this episode is sponsored by The Morning Meetup, themorningmeetup.com, the only organization that gathers every single day. Y'all in The Morning Meetup.
Yeah.
Isn't it phenomenal?
It's amazing, man.
The whole gambit of entrepreneurs, whether you're starting, some people are like join The Morning Meetup because they're starting entrepreneurship and they want to know like what is the sauce. I want to get some tips, right? There are some people that they just want to be around other people because there's no other place you can find 500-600 people in a room every day and connect. Some people join it because we have a phenomenal book club. Are y'all reading the book with us?
No. We do a profit first in our own book club with our community.
You have a book club?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm with it. So what made y'all join the morning meetup? Let me ask you.
So my friend Marlon, in the morning meetup, he was like, you need to be around people, like-minded individuals every single day. He's like, you can't do this by yourself.
Yeah.
And Marlon brought me into the morning meetup, and I've been there ever since. Shout out to him, man. And he doesn't have his affiliate link either.
He didn't have it?
Nah, he didn't have it then. He would have been getting it.
Yeah. And the good news is everybody gets their own affiliate link.
Yeah.
Anybody, if you're in the morning meetup, you can get your affiliate link. Because I not only want people to like be a part of the community, I want people to like grow and make money from it. So go to themorningmeetup.com. You can try us out for $1. If you like what we have to say, you can stay at $79 a month. If you don't like it, you just leave before your $1 trial. And it's all good. We're still friends. It's all good. But you're not going to want to leave. It's a cup of coffee a day, all right? So go to themorningmeetup.com, okay? Start your $1 trial today. So I want to say thank you. You all are amazing. You're the boss. I see that. You make all the decisions. You're an amazing husband. You let that be so.
Appreciate that.
Not every husband says, hey, honey, can we do this? And they shut it down and the husband be okay with it. You know what I mean? I come home with certain decisions that need to be made. You know what I mean? And then we be beefing for a week.
Fly with us.
Yeah.
That don't fly.
I'm learning. I'm going to ask and be okay with a no. Okay. So it is beautiful. Last question. Where do you guys see you all, your brand, your business, your relationship, anything you see in the next 5 years of you accomplishing so that I can watch this interview in 5 years from today and say, oh, they said they was going to do that 5 years ago. Today, they're doing it. Jhanilka.
I'll start. Let's see. Definitely, I would have quit my job by then.
Quit tomorrow. What's up with
this year?
What's happening? You sound like Johnny.
I tried.
When Johnny started working with us and both of us had 9 to 5s, if she could say I was disgusted, she would have said I'm disgusted.
Insane. Yo, do you know how much more you can accomplish?
Right.
And forget the not having a job, the hours that you're allocated here, if you put a fraction of that here, 10x return.
That was the issue because we worked, let's say 9 to 5. And then after that is the only time that we could go on live, meet with our group in the community, want to relax, watch TV, and then be in bed. So that was the issue that we're running into. Everything was crammed into this time. And Donnie's like, I think you could go live twice a day. And I'm like, ma'am.
Is that during my lunch or what?
Yeah, when do I fit that in? So that was the thing that really pushed us to have Anthony be full-time and leave that because it was just like, but it wasn't easy because, like I said, that fear of giving up that security that a job provides. So
5 years,
just part-time rich folk
leaving your job.
Rich folk.
Part-time rich folk. Golly.
So leaving my job, definitely continue to grow the business. I mean, we're gonna hit $1 million in revenue with the cleaning business probably in the next 2 months or so.
Wow.
So that would be big.
Our first $1 million year in the cleaning business. And then hopefully your first $1 million month in the cleaning business.
Let's go.
Right.
And then being
How many clients you need to have? Golly.
We did the math. I forgot what the math was, but we did it. We wrote it down.
Wow.
To try to figure that out.
Being a great father and mother.
Yeah, exactly. And then also
so cute. Golly, y'all relationship ain't toxic at all, is it? Golly.
It's really not.
Relationship got a little bit of toxicity. This joint looks beautiful.
The stuff we argue about is not here.
Yeah, no.
Real
it's like walking the dog. Like, it's your turn. I'm not going out in the cold.
That's the stuff we argue about.
Real quick, side note. So me and my wife, it was me and my wife, Donnie and her significant other, and my friend Jeremy and his wife.
Yeah.
They're like, Jeremy and his wife are just a picture perfect couple.
Yeah.
So there's like this little the game that we play where you pick a card and you ask a question or whatever. We pick cards. I'm obviously giving the wrong answer. Donnie and her significant other, they're giving the wrong answers and they're getting into it. Me and my wife get into it. And then Jeremy and his wife, they're just
sitting there.
I was like, you didn't know that?
Just amazing. Like there was no argument, no nothing. And me and Donnie decided that we're not playing with them no more because they're not toxic enough. You know what I mean? I don't like it. Y'all ain't toxic just a little bit?
We ain't playing that game. We ain't playing those games.
And then also, I think this year we wanted to be our first $1 million year with the course and stuff like that. So that would be exciting.
And then so million with the coaching and million in the business.
Yeah.
This year, this year.
I want to help people launch that cleaning business only because we know how lucrative it could be, but also we know it's a gateway to do other things. You get into a business like this, you're like, I can literally do anything.
Yeah.
So that's one of the goals. And then
I don't think we ever expected that we would buy my mother a car or be able to travel the places that we've traveled, Maldives, Dubai, Morocco, all these places.
Yeah.
Do everything that we do. And that's because of the cleaning business.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
They continue to grow our podcast, Hartzog Hustle Podcast. And
say it again?
Hartzog Hustle Podcast.
Hartzog Hustle Podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Tap into the podcast.
That's it.
Anything else? Any other visions? 5 years?
I think
that's it. I'm gonna just say one child for now. I'm an only child, so I think that
one's good.
One for now.
We'll see how it goes.
See how the first one goes.
Yeah. Just don't be in a rush.
We'll see how it goes.
We just have a stepdaughter. She's 11. She's just amazing, super cool, and we just had a baby together. And at first you had a baby, like, oh man, it's amazing. Yeah, we need to have another one. We don't have a son. Nah.
You're not going for a boy?
I'm not going for anything.
I'm not going for anything. He's like, I'm good here.
I'm straight.
Need to go for that hamster.
Here's what's crazy. We bought a hamster yesterday.
No.
I had her.
You bought it?
Yes. So my daughter, we go through this whole, it was $16.
No.
My daughter, she says she be wanting all kind of stuff. She want a dog. Absolutely
it's
not.
like a mouse.
You want a fish? Cool. They killed the fish. Actually, it was my wife. Killed the fish.
Yeah, they die quickly.
She cleaned the bowl with bleach.
Oh.
Killed the little fish. You know, it did not end. I think we went out of town and we just forgot all about the fish. And then came back.
Oh, man.
So, and then we had a rabbit and for sure killed the rabbit. The rabbit died. I think feeding the wrong stuff. I've got a reminder, you need to feed. So anyway, I said, well, you know what? You got to give me a presentation if you want this hamster. So she comes together and she puts together a presentation. Very dope presentation, by the way. I was impressed. So she's like, okay, cool, you can have the hamster. They go get the hamster last night. This morning, Corey comes to me and says, Dad, I think the hamster's dead.
Oh,
no way.
I can't make this stuff up. She said,
wait, when'd you buy it?
Last night.
Not 24 hours. Last night.
Last night we bought a hamster. And she said, Dad, it's not moving. I was like, was it breathing?
No way.
She's like, no. She's like, well, I go upstairs and the hamster like,
oh
like
my
this.
God.
But
did they overfeed it? What?
I don't know what happened. So Dre says, my wife says that they're nocturnal animals or something like that, where they sleep during the day.
I didn't know that about hamsters.
I don't know.
But last night the hamster was asleep. So yeah, we're not doing animals, fam. Right? Yeah. So I told her she didn't really get a chance to get to know the hamster. So if it died, I get you another one.
What? Why
it's
no
mad,
to the dog,
mad
though?
little too. Huh?
Dogs are a lot of work, though.
If you kill the fish and the rabbit and the hamster, we're gonna get a dog.
That's a wrap.
It's gonna be worse.
It's over.
Nah. Anyway, I got enough like living beings in my house. It's all straight. Okay. Anyway, thank y'all so much for coming.
No problem. Thank you for having us.
Let me rant. I would love for y'all to let us know like your personal Instagram, how they can find you.
Yeah.
And make sure y'all pick up the course. Okay. There's a link below. Use promo code Social Proof. We're gonna get some. I'm gonna get as much off as possible. Okay. I'm just gonna talk to Jhanilka. I don't.
She's the boss.
I know she seemed cool right now, but I feel like we're gonna start talking about these numbers and she's like,
yeah, that's how it
I
goes.
don't like that percentage. But I'm gonna get as much off as possible. Okay. And we don't need to take a whole lot off because, like you said, when you don't pay attention. So you need to invest in yourself. All right. So yes, let everybody know how to find you, and I'll let you start. Let us know how to find you and. Give us a word of wisdom. Just put a bow on this whole conversation.
So you can find us on Instagram at the Hartrimony, play on matrimony and our last name Hartzog. So HARTRIMONY, the Hartrimony on Instagram. Word of wisdom, man, invest in yourselves. I think when I got Jhanilka to agree and invest in ourselves, the more we saw our revenue grow, but also our personal lives has changed dramatically over the last year and a half, investing in ourselves. So invest in yourself.
Good. Jhanilka.
I would say to just start. A lot of times we come up with these ideas or just have this information and we're shopping around to get approval from friends and family.
Oh, yeah.
Just do it. Just do it. And if you fail at it, you probably learn something and you can do something else. But if you just start and put your all into it, then you probably can go far.
Good. Do y'all only have one Instagram together?
I got a personal, but I don't post on it.
So y'all just run the same one?
Mm-hmm.
It's not toxic enough. I'm like, y'all just two on one accord. You know what I mean? y'all gonna do any relationship coaching down the line at all?
I don't know if we would. I talk about that sometimes. He'd be like, nah, I don't know.
I don't want to get in nobody's business, bro. Honestly.
Yeah.
I probably talk about it because as a therapist, I see it a lot. And I talk about it in that aspect with other people, doing therapy with couples. So it's easier for me to talk about it. But he's like, I don't know. I don't know if I want that energy in my home is what he usually say.
I think I just figured out why your coaching program is growing so much because, one, you guys are on one accord. You really have a big vision. And you are a therapist, meaning you can help entrepreneurs work through their feelings about entrepreneurship and getting them to understand, they can do it. Mm-hmm. That's probably dope. That therapy thing probably helps a lot of your students more than you even know, probably.
Probably.
That's lit.
But that's what helps us when people say, how do you work together as a couple? Yeah. We just play off of our strengths and weaknesses. So like even with the customers and contractors, like I deal with them because I just have a bit more patience, know how to talk them through it. He does the IT side of things with our course and everything like that. So that's how we maintain it and it makes sense for us.
Y'all are beautiful, man. Look, man, do yourself a favor, man. Follow the Hartzogs. They're both absolutely amazing. I trust them as coaches, so you should trust them as well. Start your cleaning business, and I'll be in there so we can talk shop about cleaning businesses. All right, y'all got a group, like a community?
Yeah. Well, they can buy the course at cleaningbusinessuniversity.com.
Yes.
And then we also have a community outside of that to help you for accountability. You have additional questions.
Outside of the course?
Outside of the course, yeah.
But you have to have the course to be in a community, yes?
Correct.
Okay.
Some people don't. Some people just want to hop in and be nosy. But some people just want actual questions on what's happening. So
that's dope.
And we do lives with them and Zoom calls, and we got a book club as well.
Mm-hmm. Solid. Yeah. Okay. There it is. Yeah. There it is. Maybe our book clubs should be on one accord 1 month.
Yeah,
that would be good.
How fast do y'all read, though?
They read. I read fast, but I move too fast sometimes.
This is the first book that we're doing.
Yeah, okay,
and so he's realizing that
the first one. It's a game changer for y'all.
That's why I stopped reading with you guys. I was like, I'm gonna slow down and read with them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's we don't even read a lot, bro. It's like a couple pages a day.
I try to do that with them too. But
I know the book that you're reading right now, though. I haven't read it, but I heard good things.
Yeah, and I think we got some other ones coming up. So maybe we could be on one accord, just reading the same book because that'll help y'all too.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right, cool. Listen, do yourself a favor, man. Follow the Hartzogs. Okay, let's get into this cleaning business. There's a link below, promo code below. I got your back. All right. So do yourself. Yes. Huh? You just cut my little closing. I was in my zone. No, I'm just playing. Thank you. I did forget. Nah, you're right. You're right. All right. So make sure you like, subscribe, do yourself a favor, and do me a favor. If you enjoy this podcast or you're an avid listener, go into your Spotify or your Apple app, and I need you to hit the follow button. Hit the follow button. Also rate 5 stars if you think we're a 5-star podcast, and then just leave a little comment. Y'all following the podcast on your apps?
Yes, we are.
You can check my phone.
Okay, phone check. You know what I mean? Spotify and Apple, please go follow the app. Go follow the podcast, Social Proof Podcast. It would help us, okay? Thank you so much. And do yourself a favor. Go get you some social proof. Go build something, just how the Hartzogs did. Go build something, but come back to your community and teach them how you did it. It's the only way our community grows. All right? We are out of here.